Hey, what's going on? Hey out there, it's me, Tom. Thanks for joining us. Look, it's Ryan Hamilton.
Hello.
World famous comedian Ryan Hamilton has come along to be our friend today. He's going to be looking at comments, he's going to be interacting and helping as we sign all of these books for you.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. My good friend Tom released a new book yesterday.
So exciting. I would prefer if you guys refer to me as a man of letters from now on, or an author.
You've been asking me to do that before this book even came out.
I know. I wanted to be called a man of letters for a long time. I don't even know what it means, but if you hear it, you know it's somebody kind of crusty with patches on their elbows.
You don't want to be that.
No.
You're a hip, young, up-and-coming, brilliant writer.
Thank you.
I read, I'm right into the beginning of the children chapter.
Good.
Yes.
It's broken down. Basically, it's a book all about your family that I basically, as a comedian, have been watching all of your families my entire career.
Yeah.
And now I decided to write about them. And it's broken out by everyone in your family, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, pets, grandma, all of that. So even if you're a bad reader, you can just jump to the section you like. And then the next day, jump to the other section. And you'll be able to pretend that you read it.
And I like that it's great for everybody is somebody in a family. So this book applies to any person alive.
Yeah. It's true. If you're in a family, if you made your own family, or you're trying to get out of a family.
You've been born somehow and have a relationship.
Yeah.
In any way, there's a chapter for you.
Yeah. And even if you hate your whole family and don't ever want to see them again, you can just do this and not have to visit them.
We should tell people where to get the book.
Oh, yeah.
TomPapaBook.com. That's the most
What was that,
important thing.
Ryan?
I said TomPapaBook.com.
We should go to the link. There's links above us,
links somewhere.
or maybe below us.
We've been told that if we point...
If we point like the kids on YouTube, just go and hit that link, order the book, and we're going to sign it, and all the staff back here are going to throw it into a box and send it to you. How cool is that?
It's so cool.
This is amazing. You don't have to go to a bookshop. You don't even have to put your pants on.
Should I start signing some of these?
No, I'll do that.
You're going to sign them?
I'll do that. I'll start signing. And we've got some questions from people already.
You want to answer some questions? Let's do it.
Yeah. Should I do it as I sign, right? I should do it as I sign. Okay.
Where's a good one to start? What was your funniest family dilemma? This book is all about family dilemmas.
What's my funniest family dilemma?
I mean, that's hard to choose, maybe.
Ooh, that's really hard to choose. I don't know. The funniest one of all time. I'll tell you what my father thought was really funny. My father thought it was really funny when I came home from baseball practice and we all sat down to eat dinner, and I poured a big glass of milk and I took a swig of it and there were chunks in it. It was so sour, it had giant chunks of milk in it. And I exploded and it went everywhere. And my father, who doesn't laugh that much, cried. He almost wet himself. Laughed. So I tried to make him laugh with jokes. My whole life, nothing. Almost vomiting and spitting up curdled milk.
Did he know what was happening before you took the swig of milk?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
He probably smelled it and was like, let's see what happens. Oh, it's
so
terrible.
He's like almost the real comedian in that joke.
Yeah.
Your dad seems like a real old school dad. You talk about that in the book a little bit.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty hard. He's old school, which I respect. I think fathers should be back to old
you
school.
like that. You said you like that guy, the old school.
Yeah,
dad.
you don't want to be cool dad that dresses like the kids and is like all like trying to be everyone's friend. If your tire goes flat on the freeway, you don't want to rely on that guy with a water pistol and a fake tattoo. You want dad.
It really
knows where a jack is and is going to help you.
That really made me laugh when you talked about the differences between the cool dads and the old school dad. Because everybody's supposed to be a cool dad now, but nobody really wants the cool dad.
Nobody wants to be raised by the cool dad. Your thing is to be consistent. Just sit there. Like the fireplace, like the bricks in the fireplace. Just sit there and you're reliable. That's what a dad is.
Yeah.
You don't have to be friends with everybody. You just be there.
Yeah.
Love them and be constant.
Yeah.
Everyone else can go crazy.
Yes.
The kids are growing. They're changing. Mom gets a new haircut every day. Dad, just stay. Imagine if your father came in like in the morning and was goth all of a sudden and was like, I'm just going to try this out, everyone would just turn into a pool.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
All right, we're being told we're selling a lot of books.
We're selling books.
All right, we're selling books. I'm signing as fast as I can.
And they buy them at tompapabook.com.
You know what this would be good for? A Father's Day gift.
Oh, and it's coming up.
Ask me another question.
Here we go. What is the top advice you'd give a first-time father? We were kind of there a little bit.
The advice for the first-time father. Someone gave me great advice, and it is actually a good, simple, stupid thing that is really important.
Yeah.
Which I never would have thought of. When you have children, and you come home, and everyone's saying hello, always kiss your wife first.
Oh, that makes sense.
Kids are like, Dad!
Yes.
Then you get distracted, you do that, and you've ignored your wife. That's the main thing. So when you come in, kiss her first. I don't know why it works, but it does. I've stuck to it.
The kids aren't going to go, you kissed Mom first.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And by the time that they do notice,
Yeah.
The kids don't run up to you anymore. It's just a dog, and your wife isn't even there. So many times I'll just come home from the road and be like, I'm coming in early.
Yeah.
I get up early, I'll take the 4 o'clock flight, and I bust in the door. I'm home, and no one else is.
Yes. So I go on the road. I don't have a family when I come home.
Yeah.
That sounds sad. But you come home. So
We're not just selling books here, we're getting Ryan a wife. If anybody likes this handsome man, he's got very funny specials on Netflix. He's on the market. Is that how you say it?
well, that's true. I don't know if that's how you say it.
People are really buying books.
Buying books like crazy.
Click the link. This is exciting. I didn't know people were going to even be here to even buy books. This is a whole new thing. About, as a stand-up, you just go out and you tell jokes, and now all of a sudden we're selling stuff like on QVC. We're running out of books, people. We're running out of books. You got to get in now. You got to get in now.
Right away. TomPapaBook.com. That's where you get it. When will your second book be published?
Oh my God.
Tom, you're a man of letters now. These are the kinds of questions that are going to come at you. People are going to demand more. You're about
so
the
much
busiest
work.
guy I know.
I know. I have 5 jobs right now.
You told me you have 5 full-time jobs.
Well, you know what? It's funny you bring up the book because I have as people know, I make a lot of sourdough bread, and it's being turned into a TV show. And I've been doing a lot of these book signings, like at Barnes & Noble and places like that, and everybody keeps asking when am I going to have a bread book.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll
That's
be the
what I
second
want. I want a bread book.
Yeah, maybe that'll be second.
Man. You're touring. Here's somebody who wants to know.
I'm
Why
gonna
would
rate.
you move to Minnesota so we can be neighbors? Then I could lend you a rake when you needed one.
Who said that?
Christopher in Edina, Minnesota.
Nice. I like it. So far, I think that's the best comment. I would actually consider moving to Minnesota just so that could happen. I literally would. I would move right next to Christopher and get a rake from him.
There's 2 things we should talk about. We've talked about before how great the audiences are in Minnesota, I think.
The best.
They're the best, right?
The best. I
And
think the best in the country.
I think so. And I don't know why that is, but
Because they're smart people, they're good people, and the weather's just bad enough that they're grateful to see you.
they sound like they have the perfect thing going on for readers. Those people are readers. The weather's, tough.
Yes.
They're smart.
Yeah.
They're going to be buying a lot of books.
We're going to be buying a lot of books in Minnesota.
TomPapaBook.com. The second thing, I haven't got to the title story yet. Do you want to talk about Your Dad Stole My Rake?
Now, there's no specific story about your dad stole my rake. That's just when you're in a family, you have to deal with the consequences of everyone else's actions.
Yes.
You're just that's it. You have to respond. You're held accountable for everyone else's action in your family. You didn't ask for these people, but that's the deal. And my father never bought a single tool in his entire life.
Really?
Not one. and he would make me borrow from the neighbors whenever he
Really?
needed something. Tom, go get a screwdriver. Go get a rake. And I would dread it. And he sent me because I couldn't say no to a kid. And I'd come back with the rake, and then my father would do it, do the job poorly, throw the tool in the corner of the garage, and never return it.
He wouldn't return it?
No, he never returned it. And then eventually the other neighbors would come over and say, "Your dad stole my rake. Can I have it back?"
And it was kind of on you. Didn't you want to ever return it yourself?
I was 10.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. Man, your dad sounds efficient and minimalist. He's like, I don't need anything.
Now, we're
Here's
having to
one.
sign a lot of books. There's a lot of books going out. This is exciting. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for buying these books. It really does mean a lot. I have been a comedian for 25 years. June 12th.
Really?
June 12th will be 25 years from the first time I stood on stage.
Wow.
June 12th, 1993.
Wow, 25
My
years.
whole career, just speaking, telling, Dad.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm putting it all
Yeah.
down. So that you're buying it is truly, thank you.
It's amazing. You're my hero. You wrote a book. Family pets. I know you have a pet. What's your stance on family pets? Did you have one growing up, and do your kids have pets? What advice would you give someone considering one?
Yeah, pets. I'm not a big fan of pets, but my family loves them,
Oh.
and it's not really my job, to love them. The kids want pets.
Yeah.
They say they want them. It's my job to go get them, and I drive them home, and then they love and play with them, and then when they're sick, about to die, I drive them back out.
But you post some videos of the new dog that are fun.
The dog is hilarious.
I can tell you love the dog.
I do love the dog. I love all of them.
Yeah.
But not as much as everyone else does. They really, really love them. Yeah.
The powers that be, our producers here, they're wondering if you would like to read something from the book.
Ooh, should I read a little something from the book? Okay. Like a bedtime story.
Yeah. I'll just snuggle out here.
You just lay down, Ryan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read you a little book. Let's see. What would be a good chapter? This is so funny. I would never really flip through the book.
Oh, really?
Not like this. Not like looking for a thing to read.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Man, you look really smart flipping through your own book. That's an experience not a lot of people get.
You get double face.
Yeah.
You get face on face.
Just kind of perusing. I wrote all of this. All of this I wrote.
All right. How about this one? Let's see. Page 45. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. I'm afraid I'm going to be behind in signing the books. Can I keep signing books when it's off? We'll be okay?
There's so many books that are moving.
I know. This is exciting. This is chapter 40. This is page 45. This essay is called Boys Stink.
Yeah, is this for me? No.
For you?
Yeah, what made you choose this?
No, it's for them.
It's for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just lay down. You just lay down. Boys stink. Girls don't stink. They may smell at times, but mostly like coconuts, strawberries, jasmine, and love. Boys smell like meat. Really old meat that has turned brown and has worms in it, and that most people would throw away. Unless, of course, that person is a 12-year-old boy, in which case he would eat it. If girls are flowers, then boys are the worm-infested soil filled with manure that covers their roots. Now, I know we could get caught up in the gender-bending, anti-generality discussion and all come up with an example of a boy who smells like a flower and a girl who smells like an old taco. But I'll leave that to you and your book club. I'm sticking with the boys I have known throughout my life, who reeked like a bad egg on a hot day. I am one of those boys. Another one of these stinkers is my nephew Sam, who once came to spend the night in my New York apartment wearing sneakers that were so old they smelled like they had been passed down from his great-great-grandfather who never washed his feet. Before he even rang the doorbell, this is all true, the smell came roaring under the door as if it was a planned attack. It didn't make sense that this cute 8-year-old boy was emitting the smells of a rotting fish carcass. But the minute he came inside, we knew it was him. As after I resuscitated my wife, We made him take off his shoes and leave them out on the steps. Within minutes, the superintendent knocked on our door and asked if we knew anything about chemical weapons, and if it was possible that we were being invaded. It seems impossible that his parents were able to sit in the car with him during the hour-long drive from New Jersey. There's a smelly New Jersey joke in there somewhere. But Sam was one of 3 boys who all smelled equally as bad, and the parents, like workers on a pig farm, just didn't notice it anymore. There was my friend Doug, who wore the same Bob Seger t-shirt for an entire summer. This would have been bad enough if he'd worked in an air-conditioned office, but we're talking about a kid running and playing in the woods for 2 months. After he smelled a little dirty, then rancid, and then it broke through to the other side, and it was just him. We got used to it, the same way you come to expect a bucket of wet leaves to smell like a bucket of wet leaves. When his mother realized that she hadn't seen any laundry from him for weeks, she had his brothers hold him down while she squirted him with a hose.
Really?
Yes, really. Why do we smell like dirty ashtrays filled with moldy cheese? Because boys, and men for that matter, actually enjoy horrible smelling things. Anchovies, scotch, and cigars are not merely tolerated by men, but embraced and used as a type of cologne. It doesn't matter that women are repulsed by these smells, we just can't get enough. Girls may like the smell of cut grass, but we like the smell of manure. When it's the time of year to spread some old cow dung on the lawn and start seeding the grass, my daughters stay inside for days at a time. I sneak outside, lie on my back, and make dirt angels. We like the smell of destruction, burned tires, burning leaves, melting plastics, basically anything on fire. We like gas fumes, oil-filled garages, and the undersides of toenails. One of the bravest of all public servants has to be the teacher of 6th grade boys. How they can do their job without wearing a gas mask just doesn't make sense to me. These are boys who at their peak of stenchhood and avoid bathing at all costs. They don't make windows big enough to release all the horrid, prepubescent odors wafting around those desks. It's like trying to teach geometry in a monkey cage filled with spoiled sour cream. I hated showering so much at that age that I would try to fool my mother by sitting in the bathroom with the water running. This is true, too. Did you ever do this?
No.
Let me get to the end and let me know if you did it. I had an intricate system of getting the soap wet, dampening the towels, and even sprinkling water on the floor.
What?
I thought if I could get to my room and put on my pajamas quickly enough, she'd never know, not realizing that I still smelled like dog sweat. It would have been so much easier to simply bathe. You never did that?
I don't know.
I don't know why I did. It's almost worse when boys get a little older and start to care about what the girls think of them, and they try to do something about it. You would think that discovering deodorant would be a good thing, but he's just going to abuse it. It's like giving a Porsche to a drunk. I couldn't believe this stuff had been around all these years. Why didn't someone give this to me before, I asked. I just have to rub it on? Amazing. I'll never have to shower again. Eventually, we get it together and go on dates and interviews, smelling the way the rest of the world wants us to smell. But make no mistake, we're only doing this for you. We'd be okay smelling like a bag of old bananas. It actually sounds kind of cool. It's pretty funny.
It's so funny. There's so many laughs in there. It's just laugh after laugh. That's one thing when I got into it. It's like stand-up almost. It reads like stand-up.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're kind of created like stand-up, where
Yeah.
you're doing it and then you're cutting things. You're like paring it back and paring it back.
Right.
You know? So
Man,
yeah.
It's really funny.
So there you go. All right. Are we still selling books? How can people get books?
TomPapaBook.com.
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 Or just hit the link that's right under us.
There's links.
There's links all over the place.
Do
we have more questions?
Yeah.
Do people want to know? Are they coming in? Do we still have more?
We got questions. You mentioned New Jersey in there. You grew up in New Jersey and live in California now.
Yeah.
Do you miss the East Coast? What's it like raising your kids in California? We've talked about this a little bit before. I think I know.
You answer it.
I think you miss the East Coast terribly. And I think you And your kids like it here. We're in New York now. People may not know where we are.
Oh yeah, we are.
But it's easier to have a family on the West Coast, right? So, I think you would prefer to be here in New York, and you wish that your whole family did too.
That is totally wrong. I can't
Really?
stand New Jersey. The whole East Coast could just go into the toilet. No, yeah, I do. Once you grow up in a
You
place.
scared me. I was like, I thought I was your friend.
Why were you lying to me at lunch? Yeah, I was actually in New Jersey this weekend when I was shooting this. I have a top secret show on the Food Network that's coming out
I can't wait.
on Labor Day. I can tell you guys about it.
Yeah?
But it's a secret. It hasn't been formally announced.
Well, this is just Facebook Live, so.
Yeah, no one will. Just don't tell anybody else.
Yeah.
But off of my bread baking,
Yeah.
I have a new show coming out on the Food Network called Baked with Tom Papa, where I travel around the country and go to bakeries in different cities and show people this amazing sticky buns and donuts and all the rest of it.
This is so exciting.
It is exciting. And I shot it in New Jersey. I shot it in New Jersey this weekend.
Oh.
It was the last one of this run that we
That
were
I
out
did not
filming.
know.
And I went back to my childhood home. I was all over the place.
Wow.
And it really made me miss it. I really do love it. I love LA too. I
Yeah.
don't hate on the West Coast.
Sure.
I don't. And the kids seem happy there.
Yeah.
You know, they got tired of living in New York at a certain point.
Yeah.
Your kids don't want to just swim in fountains in Washington Square Park. You know what I mean?
Maybe they want a pool.
It
Yeah.
really, really broke my heart at one point. My daughter was like trying to hula hoop in our little apartment. It was like, I just want to be able to use my hula hoop. I was like, oh, we got to get them out of here.
Yeah, that seems like a fair request from a child.
Yeah, so we went out there, and we're back and forth all the time, but going back was crazy. And I went to my childhood home,
Wow.
and we knocked on the door because we were going to film from the outside.
Yeah.
And this little lady who lives there alone, and she's like, we just talked to her for a minute, and she let me in the house.
Wow.
And she was very sweet, but I don't remember things that happened like a month ago.
Yeah.
Every memory of that house just flooded over me. Like, I remembered everything. I remembered where the dog was, or where my
Wow.
room was, or what happened downstairs. I went through the whole house.
When was the last time you were there?
3rd grade.
Wow.
I don't think I'd ever been inside the house since we moved.
Wow.
Yeah, we moved one
3rd
town
grade.
over in Jersey. So yeah, went through the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I had a dark thought. I was like, it's weird that this woman just let me in her house. She's totally alone and she's old. I'm like, you shouldn't do this. Don't let strangers in.
She's a nice old lady.
She was so sweet.
Yeah.
So I really do miss the East Coast. I miss the change of seasons. I know
Yeah.
it sounds corny and everybody says that.
No.
But it gives you a marker in the year.
Yeah.
Like, you know when things are happening. Like, I don't know when seasons are changing when
Yeah.
I'm in LA. Unless the CVS puts a new display up. You're like, oh, it must be Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I guess it's winter somewhere. Should I
I
keep
would
signing
love to
these? Keep these down here?
Keep signing.
All right, I'm
Because
doing it.
they're,
I'm doing it. Are
they're-
peop-
People are going to buy them, and they are buying them.
I'm
at
only signing the
TomPapaBook.com.
bought books. Hit that link, or that link, and we'll keep doing it.
The bread show, we got into. I'm very excited about this because this is something that you do anyway, right? You're into bread
Yeah.
like nobody.
No,
I
it's
know.
true. That's where the whole idea came from. I
Yeah.
started baking bread. I started baking sourdough bread. Got really good at it. People started to know me for it.
Yeah.
They did a whole thing in the New York Times about people with their sourdough starters, and
Oh.
they took a picture of me with my sourdough starter.
Oh, really?
And put it in the food section of the Times, and all my friends back east were like, "What are you doing out there? We thought you were a comedian."
What happened?
Yeah, what are you doing? So it just caught on, and I just really love it. There's something meditative and pure about making this bread.
Yeah.
It's just fun, and it's delicious, and
you're-
better for you than the regular bread you get in the
Oh,
supermarkets.
That's good to know.
Yeah, there's like 35 ingredients in bread in the supermarket.
Wow.
Like a whole wheat bread.
Yeah.
Bread should be flour, water, salt, and yeast.
Yeah.
If you eat that kind of bread, it's not as fattening. People don't have gluten problems when they eat my bread.
Really?
So it became a big thing. And I would go, when I went on the road, I would go and visit bakeries.
Yeah.
I would go visit bakeries when, like, if I would go into Cincinnati and I would go look at bakeries, and they just heard me talking about that, and they're like, "This sounds like a show." So now I'm doing it. Wait till you see it.
I can't wait.
There's nothing better than just watching, like, hot sticky buns just open up in front of your face.
I love your Instagram of bread. I'm always looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It'll
be
fun.
exciting.
Bake.
And you know what the last chapter in this book is?
What?
I'll tell you, Ryan.
Please tell me.
It is called Acknowledgements. No, that's not it. It is called... I'm not going to read it, but I'll tell you the title. And finally, just eat the bread.
Oh.
Just eat the bread.
Come on.
I have people in my life that don't eat bread anymore.
Let's live life.
Why are you even here? No toast with butter in the morning?
Oh. What is life about?
Yeah. Kill yourself. Make some room for people who know how to live. Thanks for buying these books, guys. This is going amazing. This is going so much better than I thought it would.
This is so fun.
I thought we were going to be sitting here with nothing to sign. I figured, like, how does it even going to work?
No.
People are buying books.
People are buying books at tompapabook.com.
Give me another question. And tell me who's... Tell me.
Yeah, some of them have...
some of them don't put their name.
Yeah. Which of your specials did you enjoy most?
Which of my specials
You
did
have so
I
many
enjoy?
specials.
I have a couple. I have 3.
That's a lot to me.
Freaked Out, I think.
That one was fun.
That was the second one, because Rob Zombie directed it, and we both realized they're giving us money to make a special, and it's called a special.
Yeah.
Like, why treat it like just another stand-up set? Like, let's make it special.
Yeah.
And we grew up in a time, like, for us, it was like the 70s and 80s kind of show business. Like,
Yeah.
The way those sets were. So we designed it like a game show almost. Like,
I love
all of
it.
these lights, and it looked really cool. We had dancing girls come out in the beginning of it. And I was all dressed up in this cool outfit. And it was just...
You had your hair going, too.
Yeah, because I was doing...
You're doing the movie, right?
I was doing Behind the Candelabra, where I was playing Liberace's manager. So I had big sideburns, and my hair was kind of poofy. I kind of like that look when I look back.
It was a good look for you.
I know, but now I'm thinking, like, would it be weird for the Food Network if I just rolled in with big sideburns? You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like it would work. Maybe I'll just slowly grow them back.
I don't know. Bread guy can look... I don't have any preconceived notions of what a bread guy looks like.
That's true. He should be kind of, like, old and corny. But just from the aesthetic of it, like the look of it, it was just a creative way to kind of do it.
I always wondered
that was my good friend Rob Zombie was a big force behind that.
Yeah, that was such a cool special.
Yeah.
Now, I always wondered this. Did you have the look going, and then you decided to do the special because you already had the look going? Or
yes, the look came first.
Yeah.
The look, because I was filming it, and I had it, and then we were talking about how are you going to do it, and then it just kind of led us that way.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's how it should go.
Yeah.
It was very real and organic. This is who I am.
I guess this is who I am right now.
Right now.
This book is getting a smiley face put on it.
Oh.
This special one is going to be put in. If you get the smiley face one, I want you to hit me on Twitter. Hey, why don't we start doing that? Let's put some special codes in there. Easter eggs, as the kids call them.
Okay. That's fun.
Okay.
You want another question?
Yes, please.
I like this one. What's the coolest handmade gift a fan has ever given you? This is Natalie in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hands down.
I knew you'd have something.
Hands down. A young woman, knit a piece of toast. It was a piece of toast with butter on its head and eyes and a little smile.
That's so cool.
It was it's not a pot holder. It's too small for that. It's not a puppet. It's nothing but a little crocheted piece of toast.
That's so cool.
With a big butter thing for a hat. That was it. I forget her name.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so fun when people bring you stuff to the show.
Yeah, it is cool. This is more fun than I thought it was going to be.
This is great. Here's a funny... Is this a cover-up for a rake that you stole? Brett in Richmond, British Columbia wants to know.
No, Brett, I'm not going to admit to that. The recipient of this book is going to get a house with a dog next to it.
Oh. That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's
I could have
see.
just done house, but I went extra and put a dog next to it.
We've answered a few of these about the title.
Keep your questions coming.
Your book is all about family. Has your own family read the book? Are they planning to read it? How do you think they'll react?
Most of them have read it.
Yeah?
Yeah, most of them have read it. I have a big family. So there's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
know.
people in there.
Yeah.
The reactions have been pretty positive.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to think it's funny. There's been a couple questions from some people.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Because there's some pretty candid stories in there about your family.
Yeah, there are. But everyone has a good sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
I've been talking about them for my whole career.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the focus. The most sensitive person is my father, which is weird.
I was going to ask if your father had read it.
Yeah, I think he read parts of it. They're looking for clues when they read it.
What do you mean?
They're looking for, like, what does this guy really think? But my father gets a little sensitive about teasing him, which is kind of funny because he's a man's man, tough kind of a guy.
I would never have guessed that about
He's
him.
like, why'd you say that about me on the Tonight Show? I didn't have salsa on my shirt.
Because it was funny.
And I was like, it was just funny. I just made it up.
There's a lot of bread questions in here.
Are there really?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the bread is a
It's
thing.
taken off.
It really is. Bread book. That's going to be the next book. Should I write a bread book? Let me ask you guys a question.
That's good to ask.
Yeah.
I think the answer is yes. I want one. When will you start selling your bread at shows? You would make a killing. Just saying. Laura in Newberry, Ohio.
You know, it's funny, for my podcast, my Come to Papa podcast, if you subscribe, you can subscribe at different levels of the podcast, and if you subscribe at, like, the top level, you get a loaf of sourdough bread sent to your house.
No way.
Yeah. It's only been about, 8 or 10 of them. And as I was shipping it out, I was like, I'm not sure if this is legal. I don't know if you can just send food to strangers.
It's even better. Illegal bread?
Illegal bread.
Man.
So you
What
have
else are you gonna get?
black market bread.
Yeah. Underground.
But if you're from
Sourdough.
Canada, don't even try it. I fulfilled my promise.
Yeah.
One loaf of sourdough bread, I think, cost me $60 in shipping. It had to
No.
go through customs.
Oh, man.
Look at this funny face. That's a good book. I wonder who's going to get that. Maybe it'll be Ashley.
Ashley asks, from Frisco, Texas, what inspires you and what bit do you do that really resonates with you?
What inspires me? I guess everyday life. Everyday life inspires me. I don't know. What bit resonates with me? I don't know. All of them. That's really a question I ask you.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You wrote it, so it resonates with you.
Yeah.
Um,
How are we doing? Are we doing everything right?
are we doing okay?
Oh, the game. We have a great
Oh,
game.
you want to play the game?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this game is called 22 Questions in 2 Minutes.
What is this game?
22 questions in 2 minutes.
22 questions?
In 2 minutes. How many books do you think we can sell in the time that you answer these 22 questions in 2 minutes?
So we're going to play the game and they're going to hit the link.
They're going to hit
With
the
every
link
question,
hard.
you've got to hit the link and buy a book.
Hit the link hard.
So you got to, yeah, you might end up with 10 books, but that's how we got to do it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we ready? Is somebody timing this? You got a timer going?
All right.
Okay, here we go. Where were
2
you
minutes.
born?
Passaic, New Jersey.
Who would you want to play you in a movie?
John Malkovich.
What was your first job?
Paper route.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
Writing a book.
What is your biggest fear?
It used to be snakes. Now it's really small elevators.
Ooh.
I got in one today. I'm getting claustrophobic the older I get. Quick,
Tom, we only
keep
have 2
going.
minutes.
I'm sorry.
Who makes you laugh the most?
Brian Hamilton.
What is one thing you need to have in your fridge at all times?
Sourdough starter.
What is your favorite adult beverage?
Martini. Kettle One martini. On the rocks.
Who is the most
Not on the rocks. Dry. Up with a olive.
Who is the most interesting person you met recently?
Ooh, recently. The most interesting person I've met recently was the people here at Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's true. What is your middle name?
Gerard.
I did not know that. What is
Nobody does. I've never answered it in public before.
Really?
Yeah, that's how honest I'm being.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Who admits their name's Gerard?
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is people on planes in bare feet.
Oh. What is your guilty...
People act like it's not a disgusting thing to do. It is. Your toes have real bacteria in their toes that is unlike any other part of your body. And now you're rubbing them in the magazine rack.
We read all about it in your book.
Pet peeve.
What is your favorite hobby?
Making sourdough bread.
What is your favorite type of bread? No, I'm kidding. Do you have any hidden talents?
Yes, I can blow up my nose.
Blow up your nose?
Yes, I can make my nose inflate like a balloon.
Well, we'll have to see that as soon as we're done with this. What color is your toothbrush?
I change them up a lot because I did a game show that taught me that every time you flush the toilet, bacteria is going around the bathroom and it lands on your toothbrush.
Oh.
So I change them often. Right now, I think there is a white one with a green strip.
What is your worst habit?
My worst habit, picking my nose.
We'll see that later too. What is your favorite thing to cook?
Sourdough bread. No, but that's baking.
Yeah.
So to cook.
Yeah, because you're a good cook too.
I am a pretty good cook. Lasagna.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is the last album you bought or streamed?
Brittany Haas.
Don't know her.
Brittany Haas. She's a fiddle player. Lives in Nashville.
Wow.
And she's an amazing fiddle player. Brittany Haas.
I would like that.
Yeah.
What is the last gift you gave?
The last gift I gave Ron Bennington from SiriusXM Radio 4 cigars.
Oh, you're a good gift giver.
Thank you.
What?
Have I ever given you a gift?
That
was just a hint. I got it. Secret message received. Continue.
What cause is dear to your heart?
What?
What cause is dear to your heart?
What cause is dear to my heart? Special Olympics. And
Ooh.
anything with the environment. But really Special Olympics.
Yes.
And St. Jude's.
Oh.
Anything with kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do a lot of fundraisers, I know, too. We've done some together.
Yeah.
Name anything on your bucket list.
Anything on my bucket list. I want to go to Sicily.
Where do you want to go that that you've never been?
That I've never been.
And what type of bread do you like?
I want to go to Bread Island. I want to go on a sourdough ship to Bread Island. Using wooden spoons
I
as
hope
paddles.
that's the opening to your show. Just you on a,
On a
loaf of bread to Bread Island. That's all 22 questions, and I feel like we probably just got right under the wire.
No one's really keeping
No
track.
way.
All right, that was pretty good.
That was fun.
I feel like there was one we were supposed to revisit.
Do you really want to blow up your nose?
Oh. Let's do it at the end.
Okay.
Let's do it as the finale.
That's a good thing to...
I'm going to blow up my nose.
Man, I have no idea what that means. I know you pretty well, and I don't know what that means. I'm on the edge here, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Sign more books? Okay.
Sign more books.
All right.
TomPapaBook.com.
This is exhausting. How many books are we selling? This is a lot of books.
a lot.
Do we get a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Are we doing greater than everybody else?
They really want you to blow up your nose.
They really want me to blow up my nose? You got it? Are they buying books? Ask them if they bought a book. I'm not just blowing up my nose for people that are just lollygaggers.
Yeah.
Looky-loos, as my Nana would call them.
No looky-loos allowed if we're going to blow up a nose.
Yeah, this is about moving books, kids. Great Father's Day gift. Can I just do an ad for my own book in the middle of this? If you have a father, if you know a father, and Father's Day is coming within 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
Look, you don't want to buy him a present. He doesn't want a present. You don't know what to buy him because he's not going to like anything you give him. He doesn't want a shirt. He doesn't want pants. He's the dad. He buys everything that he needs. Everything he needs. All his clothes are old. All his music is streaming on his phone. This is a puzzle. Guess what? I'm solving it. Give him this book. It'll be signed, and it'll actually look like you tried. It'll look like you tried and met a celebrity at the same time, if I can call myself a celebrity.
Yes, please.
order it and give it to your father. Done. And what is this? It's the 6th. It's 2 weeks away.
Oh man, you're way ahead of the game.
You're way ahead of the game. You don't even have to buy a card. You just go in here to where I'm signing and write Happy Father's Day and put your name next to my name.
Wow.
Done.
That's a perfect. I'm getting one for my dad.
You should. I'm going to write this one to your dad.
Really?
No.
Yeah. June 12th is when you started stand-up, and that might also be Father's Day.
It's not.
It's not?
No.
Oh.
June 12th is next Tuesday.
Oh. Father's Day.
And I will be celebrating my 25th year in comedy by appearing on Stephen Colbert.
Oh.
On his show, not on him.
Not on him. Yeah, as would commonly happen.
This is a fun thing you can draw for yourself.
What do you got there going there?
It's a really easy trick. It's all circles. And you can make a pig.
Somebody's going to get that one and
Yeah,
go.
you can make a pig. It's a circle for a nose, a circle for a head, 2 little feet, and a squiggle tail just coming out of the other circle. Someone's going to get this. One of you.
I'm really hoping one of them gets it, because if someone else gets it, they're going to be very confused as to why there's a pig in their
That's
book.
true. I didn't think about that. Somebody could be like, why did he do this? He's calling me... Oh, jeez. I should write, I don't mean you. Should I write, this is not you?
This is not you.
No, I'll just give him a name so they know it's not them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What should I call him? Mr.
Mr. Squiggly Tail.
Mr. Squiggles.
Mr. Squiggles. Man.
Mr. Squiggles says hello.
I don't know if we're helping or hurting.
I feel like we're going to have to write a whole nother chapter just to explain to this poor person that they're not a pig.
Really got it out of control.
You're not a pig. Mr. Squiggles says so.
We just really started out with such good intentions.
This is so fun.
It's so fun. We should do this more.
I know. How do people buy the book? If they're just listening?
If they're just
If
listening.
they have no eyes.
Yeah, if you can't hit the buttons, it's tompapabook.com.
And when this is over, they can still do it? They can still do it. When we're
Yeah.
done with this, they can just... We're going to keep this live on Facebook so people can rewatch it. The link will always be up there. But you can go to, what is it?
tompapabook.com?
And buy the book after this. Even if like, you tell your friend... Or if you have no money. Like, if you're really poor, but you have a friend that's got money, and you trick them into coming over, you get them to buy the book for you.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Even if you bought a copy, you might want to buy one for someone who doesn't have a copy.
Or if you
poor.
Or if you have a friend that looks like a pig, there's a good chance you might get the one with the
Very good.
pig thing in it.
The chances are good.
Someone suggests a sourdough doodle.
A sourdough doodle
Ooh,
in the book. It's a good idea.
That is brilliant. Because people always want me to bring my bread to the shows.
Oh.
And I'm always signing stuff at shows.
Yeah.
I should just sign a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
A picture of bread. Which now I realize I don't know how to draw. All right. Ask me another question and I'll work on this.
All right. Adam Olson wants to know, my not yet 2-year-old son doesn't eat the crust of his PBJs. What's the evolutionary cause of this? He did not learn this from us. Do your kids eat the crust? Did they? They're probably eating crust.
They're eating crust now. I'm giving them so much bread.
Yeah.
And I stand over them and like, how is it? How is it? And my little one doesn't eat the crust so much.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Children are little and they have baby teeth, and they don't want to chew the hot. They just want the squishy inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah. And you know, kids are weak. What kind of bread should I?
Oh boy, you're gonna draw the bread now.
All right, I'm gonna do the bread. You keep going.
All right. Well, how about this question?
Are we out of questions?
No, we got questions. Alan Honey. I like that name.
Alan Honey?
What a great name.
Alan Honey.
Alan Honey.
Is that 2 people? Al and Honey?
I think it's just Alan Honey.
Wow.
That guy should write a book.
I have a picture of that guy in my head right now.
Oh yeah, what is
He
it?
is loving life, and he's in a big convertible.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's Alan Honey.
He's blonde, right?
Yeah.
My Alan Honey's blonde.
Mine has a big hat.
Yeah, mine's
I
got
can't see his
shades.
hair. He's got a big hat. He's He's just kicked back with the shades.
He is smooth, Alan Honey.
He's Alan Honey.
What's the most heroic thing you've ever done? Alan Honey wants to know.
The most heroic thing I've ever done. It's not really that heroic. When I was young, I used to beat up people who picked on little people.
This is not the right... This is going the wrong way.
No, it was defense of little people.
Oh.
I had a lot of little friends.
Oh.
And one time my friend Dave, or a kid I knew, Dave, we were at a party. It was like senior year in high school. I peaked then with my heroism. And some kid, Alan, was picking on little Dave. This little guy.
Yeah.
Not little Dave. I knew a little Dave in school. This is another little Dave.
Not little Dave.
And not the little Dave. And I met him outside and punched him.
Wow.
In defense of little Dave.
Wow.
And I hit him under his jaw.
Wow.
Like, pop. So hard that he went up off his feet and fell back like a cartoon.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the last person I hit in my whole life. I was like, I'm retired.
Yeah, that's it. Get out when
Yeah.
you're on the top.
Yeah. So that was pretty heroic.
Wow. Man, how old were you then?
I was 17.
Jeez.
Yeah. I didn't like people picking on little people.
Yeah. You are a hero. You're a hero.
All right, I
We
tried
got-
making bread and I apologize.
Can we look at the... Oh, no.
I tried to do, because I don't know how to do it. Like a loaf of bread from the side doesn't look good.
I think...
It's hard to
Okay,
photograph
we'll show
it.
them and then let's try and solve this one.
It ended up looking like a bad surfboard. I
Yeah.
tried to do a baguette from above.
Right.
It's not good.
Yeah, bread's got to be three-dimensional. Two-dimensional...
Two-dimensional bread.
It's too hard. That looks like...
I like how all of my illustrations need words next to them.
You're
This-
more of a writer than a visual artist.
It's, this is bread, it says. Good idea. I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, I got it.
Pretzel.
Keep going. I'm going to do the gift that someone gave me.
You okay.
The toast gift.
Oh, you're gonna do that as...
I'm going to do that as the bread.
I want to see what it looks like.
All right.
We got about 5 more minutes. We're getting close.
Really? It's going to be over that fast?
Is that crazy?
I don't want it to be over.
I don't want it to.
Are we allowed to go longer? A little?
If we have any questions.
All right.
We got questions. Also, I don't want to put you in a rough spot here, but I do think that we owe it to the people to blow up your nose at some point.
Yeah.
So we got to time that in.
Somehow this bread didn't look like the cute thing that she made me. It's close, though.
Oh, that looks good.
This is a piece of toast.
Yeah, that looks good.
The butter, though, well illustrated, looks like he's been in an accident. But
Poor happy toast man.
poor toast. Poor toast.
He's real happy about it. He's feeling better. He had a rough day.
Sorry,
He's doing better.
He's all patched up.
Oh,
He'll be okay. It's so funny. I haven't laughed this hard in weeks.
I've never laughed this hard.
Oh, this is fun.
Let's see here. We're getting close on these questions.
I'm signing more books.
A lot of these we've answered. Or a lot of people have asked questions that we've already answered.
Right. So funny. Poor little Toasty's got hit in the head.
I want to see Toasty animated.
How do they buy the book?
TomPapaBook.com is what I've been told.
Okay. Or just hit the link.
Or the links. There's links.
This is exciting. I
Man.
can't believe these. I can't believe look at this world we live in.
Is this crazy?
This is crazy. We're sitting here in New York. We're in a studio at Sirius XM Radio,
Yeah.
and we're signing books. And this is going to go out to somebody
They're
who's,
going out
who's
to
talking to you through the internet.
through the internet.
See, sometimes the internet's for good,
Yeah. We've really melded two worlds here. We've got books, which have been around.
which are so old.
Old.
They're so old.
They're really old. And then just,
And then the internet.
And we're on the cutting edge right here.
We're on the cutting edge.
With really old stuff.
Yeah.
There aren't Oh, okay. Your favorite ice cream. I'm trying to avoid bread questions, actually.
Are you
There's
really?
so many bread questions.
Rifle off a couple of them. I won't answer them, but just, what do you mean?
Have you had Italian bread? Will you ever try to bake other kinds?
Keep going. Give me another one.
That's the only one.
You
there's
avoided
more.
one bread question.
No, there's
you're
more-
just
there's
admitting
more.
that you're just sick of the bread question.
Well, we've talked a lot about bread. When will you start selling your bread at shows?
Right. All right, give me something that's not bread.
What do we got here? Your favorite ice cream. It's all food related.
Oh. My favorite ice cream. Not a huge fan of ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a rare thing to hear.
Not a huge fan.
Wow.
I think it makes me sneeze.
There's a lot of things happening with your nose today.
Wait till you see my nose blow up.
Wait.
I hope it plays. It's been a while since I've done it.
I hope it. Either, you know what? Either way is going to be fun for me.
Just seeing you try.
It's either's great. Oh, here's another. What is your favorite bread? See, what was your favorite chapter to write? I like that question.
Oh.
Mandy Andrews wants to know.
That's pretty cool. My favorite chapter to write was Fishing for Sky. It was called Fishing for Sky.
I like the chapter.
Yeah. It was under grandparents. It was called Fishing for Sky, which meant that it was a story about when my grandfather and I used to go fishing all the time. We fished for years. It was like our own little thing that we did together. He would drive over and pick me up down at the beach.
Yeah.
And we would go fishing.
Oh, on the coast you'd fish.
Yeah, in New Jersey.
Wow.
At the Jersey Shore, which is beautiful.
Castaway, the big.
Yeah, and we fished for years and never caught a single fish.
What?
Not one fish.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
What?
Never.
Had he ever caught fish in his life?
I don't think so. I don't think he knew how to fish. But we just liked being together.
Yeah.
And eventually, we woke up one day and he said, "How about we try a kite instead?" And we had the kite up, and it felt like fishing. You have the wire, and you've already caught something. It's up there, and you're bringing it back down.
Yeah.
And he said it's like fishing for sky.
Wow.
And we've already caught something. We just needed to sit next to each other. We just wanted to stand next to each other.
Yeah.
And you can't just do that.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, let's go stand on the curb.
You got to have an activity.
You need an activity. And we tried fishing for a long time, and then he switched to kites. And then that was it. We just did kites.
Anything with
Fishing for sky.
string involved.
And it was cool because I was able to, bring back all those memories and as I was writing about it.
Yeah.
He's not around anymore, and it was cool to think about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of that in this book where you just kind of remembering stuff as you're just going back,
Fishing for sky. I love that.
That was a good
title.
question. How we doing on time? You got to buy your books. There's only a couple minutes left. These are gonna go, people. They're selling.
Oh,
they're selling. This is like QVC.
Yeah, just like
they're selling. We're really moving product here.
We're really moving product.
This is gonna be for Father's Day or Mother's Day or the 4th of July or just a book to hit the dog with. This is your chance to buy a book right now.
It's a quality product.
We are running out of books here. There are no books left.
It's pages and pages of hilarity. And
Father's Day, Mother's Day, next Christmas, Thanksgiving, Labor Day.
I like that your QVC guy's Southern.
Yeah,
He
well,
kind of is.
because I'm going into the QVC guy that sells the swords. You ever see that guy?
He's good. That
Yeah.
guy's got to be good. He's on a lot.
He's on a lot. He must sell a lot of stuff.
You got to sell swords. You got to be good.
Yeah.
On TV.
It's harder than selling books.
Let's see. What else do we got here? We've gotten through a
We
lot of
only have a
questions.
time for a couple more, right?
Yeah. Here's a question about passion, kind of. What drove you to get where you are today?
The subway.
The subway got you here.
Yeah, the A train.
Exactly.
I was going to cab, but it was so much traffic. I decided let me just take the train.
Oh, here's
and
one.
Here I am today.
Lots of food-related questions. If you had to pick a last meal, what would it be?
Ooh. My last meal would be a...
Because I know you enjoy a good meal.
I do enjoy a good meal. It would definitely have great wine with it.
Yes.
Remember we ate at
I was just thinking.
Joe Beef in
Montreal.
Montreal.
Oof, that was a good meal.
That was a good meal. I would have to say a steak, like a really good steak. I think that would be it. But Italian food, how do you not go with some really good Italian. Probably steak.
Yeah.
With a big glass of great wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
There
then
you
you
go.
can put me in the electric chair.
Oh boy. Been front row for your last 2 Denver shows as well as Estes. Estes?
Estes National Park, Estes State Park, or whatever.
You do shows there?
Yeah, they have a great new theater there.
Really? At the National
Beautiful.
Park?
Yeah, it's like a. You know what it is? It's in the hotel that inspired The Shining.
Oh.
It's the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, they have a
beautiful there.
beautiful theater
I've
inside
been-
there.
I've been there.
Yeah, that's where The Shining came from. It's haunted. There's lots of
Wow.
ghosts there.
Mm-hmm.
And I performed there.
Wow.
And this guy was in the front row.
Been front row for your last 2 Denver shows as well as Estes. You're my favorite. Can't wait to see you next time you're in town. No question.
That's great.
Denver is also one of the great comedy cities in this country, I would say. Would you agree?
What is? Denver?
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Here's something funny. When you make the little toast and you just put eyebrows on him, he turns evil. Isn't that weird? Just 2 lines. And all of a sudden he's mad. Who hit me in the head?
Let me see this. Toasty. We named Mr. Squiggles. Should we name him?
Yeah. Yeah, you should. I got a good name for this guy. It's Mr. Butters. Who's going to get the Mr. Butters book? You got to buy a book if you're going to get Mr. Butters.
Mr. Butters. That one's going to be
Popular.
popular.
He's evil.
Here's kind of a question about fatherhood, I guess. My middle schoolers have poor opinions of themselves. How can I help them see how great they really are?
What? His middle schoolers? Or her middle schoolers?
Her, Laura.
Laura. Her middle schoolers in New Jersey have poor opinions of themselves. How can I help them see how great they are? All right, you're going to have to turn it up. You're going to have to turn up the positivity. You are literally going to have to turn it up. I'm going to tell you what to do. Every time they walk in the room, scream their name. That's what I do.
Really?
Every time.
People love to hear their name.
Whenever they walk in the room.
Yeah?
Yeah. Charlotte!
Yeah.
Hey! Norm!
Yeah.
Yay! They're here!
People love that.
Do that all day long.
Yeah.
All day long you got to do it. You also have to tell them how great they are. You tell them all the time. You got to just keep telling them. And you're going to get tired of telling them. So this sounds corny, and it kind of is, but it works. Cut out little positive things. Little positive messages. You're great. You're the best. Whatever. And just put them in weird places.
Oh, so they find him?
Just so they see it. Like,
Yeah.
literally, in my bathroom in my office, I noticed that every time I go in there, I see a magazine or a newspaper, and it has a horrible headline, and it's negative stuff
Yeah.
on you. So just to see what it would do,
Yeah.
I wrote, "You're a delight," on a piece of paper, and left that on the sink right by the toilet. So every time I come in, there's a little message that says,
Yeah.
"You're a delight."
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it makes you feel better. So that's
I
what you should do
believe
with your kids. Just
Yeah.
write down, "You're great," whatever, and just put it on the fridge. Just seeing
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yes.
And if none of that works, then start making fun of all the other children. That
There's
kid's not
always
so
that.
great.
I mean, as a last resort.
As a last resort.
Very
You don't
last
wanna open
resort.
with that.
No.
No.
But if all other options
Yeah.
have been used, then you have
Be
no
like,
choice.
what's with that kid?
You have no
Good
choice.
thing you're not like that. Mr. Butters says,
What are your suggestions for surviving Disney World?
don't go.
Yeah. That's a good one. Have you ever been to...
There's a whole chapter in this book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's a whole chapter in this book. It's called, must be under children. Let me see. Under children. The chapters of under children are, "Welcome to Plain Pasta. Can I take your order?" The
That's
Kid
a
with the
good
Googly Eye. "Your baby doesn't want to go anywhere with you." Boys Stink. How to Yell at Your Children. Morning People. In Defense of Family Vacations. Oh, The Happiest Place on Earth? Question mark? That's the Disney one. No Fighting Before Coffee. least popular baby names, and the last one under children is school sucks! Exclamation point.
Those are great. Just
Yeah.
the chapters are fun to go
Yeah, that's
through.
kind of funny. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. For wives,
Yeah.
the wife lie detector, the importance of the forced romantic getaway, we'll sleep when we're dead, that cute thing she does,
Uh-huh.
what men think their wives do in the bathroom, leave the past alone, and there's no such thing as a soulmate. Which is true.
I've heard you talk about that in your act.
Give me another group of from your
Oh.
family, and I'll tell you what the essays
Let's
are.
see. How about son?
Son, well, that was like children.
Oh, children, right. How about brothers and sisters?
Brothers and sisters. The mistake in the woods, and and the brother I never had.
Those both sound really good.
Yeah.
One sounds hilarious and terrifying, and one sounds really heartwarming.
Moms and dads is no presents for dad. That means don't give your dad a present.
Yeah.
Call your mother before she's dead. Tiger mom versus ice cream mom.
Oh yeah, I love that chapter.
Things you find on mom. Don't ask your father. Your children should at least think you might spank them. Things you find on dad, and stop trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a funny book, Tom.
It's funny.
Really funny. Just laughs.
Do you want to hear? There's some lists in the book where I list things.
Yeah, I like these.
To break it up. This is Bad Family Pets. And it's just like a list of them. Bad Family Pets. A worm. A monitor lizard. A piñata. A face-eating monkey. A baby. A bowl of fur. A turtafan. Turtle elephant mix. A little person. A Walmart greeter. A lawyer. That would be a bad pet.
Really bad pets.
This is really great.
Yes. Selling so many books.
Selling a
Books
lot
and
of books.
and
I can tell from your... I can tell you're running
What?
out of steam.
No, I'm good.
I can tell.
What do you want to do?
You're
You
like-
tell me.
Running out of books.
Really? That's not how I feel.
How are we doing?
Um,
Read the green part.
there's quite a few others in there, it says. Questions.
Should be gone away.
Oh, that should be gone away. There was another question here. It had to do...
Mr. Butters.
Paul. Our friend Paul Morrissey.
Paul Morrissey.
If you had to do it over again, would you still have worn the V-neck t-shirt?
Does it not look good?
I think it looks great.
Is it showing too much hair?
It's great.
Paul Morrissey, the very funny comedian.
Very funny
Who's
comedian.
a co-host of my podcast.
Yes.
And apparently a wise ass.
Oh. There was one in here about, I wanted to ask you,
I did think about the V-neck shirt, by the way. But I've been on the road for a while and I ran out of clean clothes.
There was one in here, if you had to write a screenplay,
If I had to.
if you were able to write a screenplay about your dad's life, what would it?
My dad's life.
Yeah, that's what's, where did that
What would it be
go?
called? What would the title be?
I can't find the question now. I'm not doing a good host duty right now.
No, everybody's fading. I can feel the clicks. I can feel everybody clicking off. I feel our listenership is going way down.
No, I think we're killing. You know, there's buttons. There's buttons everywhere. Come on, there's buttons. We got books.
Let me tell you something. This is not just a book. It is a weapon. This book can be used to beat intruders into your home.
I have used this book for that purpose.
It's not just for fathers. It's for children, grandparents. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to this book.
I get really scared when I have to do any sort of accent. I just freeze
Really?
up.
You can't do an accent?
I get scared.
Do Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
An English accent?
Look how nervous you are.
If you're going to blow up your nose, I'll do this.
Come on. I will blow up my nose at the end. We have to sell 10 more books before I blow up my nose.
I'm Harry Potter. And I have a book of... I never read Harry Potter. I play Quidditch, and I'm Harry Potter.
That's pretty good.
And no, it's not. It's really bad. I can't do
Hello,
it.
Potter. Hello, Potter.
Some people just have that gift. You know, they can do it.
Yeah. I'm,
Yeah.
close your eyes and I'll do Harry Potter. You'll think Harry Potter's in the room.
Close my eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Ryan. I'm Harry Potter. I've got a bag full of potions.
Where did Tom go?
Give me another accent to do.
Let's see. Oh, this is a hard one. I was having this conversation the other day. I think
Oh,
one
yeah?
of the hardest is Scottish, just to go into.
Scottish. That's Sean Connery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do Scottish.
Yeah.
I don't even
it's
know what
hard.
it sounds like.
I know, it's hard.
Hello, I'm Scottish.
Sounds remarkably like Harry Potter.
Hey, Mr. Butters. Look at Roland. He wants to go eat.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's like, wrap it up. I want to go to
Wrap
dinner.
it up.
We're almost there. Are we almost there? What are we doing? Do we keep going? Is it enough activity to keep going?
What? Oh, more questions?
Oh, boy.
I
As
think
long as we're selling books, I'm not going anywhere.
We've got through most of these questions that are here. Oh, would you ever write a screenplay about your dad? That was the question.
I don't know. No.
Good answer. I don't know.
I mean, you want to write a movie that people really want to see.
I am a teacher. How did are you?
Go ahead.
How did a teacher inspire you in life? I like that question.
How did a teacher inspire me in life? They didn't really.
No, you never had one teacher.
No.
There's not one English teacher out there that just could say one of my students wrote a book, and I'm proud of that.
No.
No.
I grew up in an era where teachers didn't like students. They didn't like children when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't become a teacher to help children.
Yeah.
They became a teacher because they just came back from the war and they didn't want to clean pools.
Clean pools for teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
That's where school sucks comes from.
Oh. Do you
Yeah.
want to read some?
I don't know. I had a science teacher, Mr. Ulak, who I'm convinced was a part monitor lizard. He had leathery, scaly skin that looked like he had been raised somewhere on the outskirts of the sun. Kids used to say that he was doing an experiment in his basement, and as he was flipping the switch on the giant science machine, a lizard happened by and changed his DNA. He was squirrely and anxious and flew into fits of rage. This was a common trait among all my teachers. I never understood why they became teachers, when just being in the room with children made them so angry. That's like a taxi driver who loses it when he's in traffic. Maybe you're in the wrong line of work. Send out a resume and take some meetings. Mr. Ulak wore awful, muted polyester suits, that awful fabric created during the great plastic rush of the early 1960s, when plastic was being put in everything. It looked like clothing, but had a little extra shine to it, and didn't breathe at all, which made Mr. Ulak's choice of wearing polyester suits with a turtleneck shirt underneath, all while chain smoking, just more confirmation that he was indeed an actual lizard. The problem with an angry science teacher is that a science lab is already a dangerous place. It's filled with gases, compounds, beakers, and fire. And if you don't like children to begin with, and you think they're idiots, you certainly aren't going to have much patience watching them try to dissect a frog with a scalpel. He would get so angry and start throwing all the implements around like a pissed-off surgeon on his last day of work. Yeah. This other teacher, Mr. Mano, threw everything at us. Erasers, pens, pencils, notebooks, textbooks, copy paper, rulers, paper clips. These were not school supplies to him. They were weapons, school-funded projectiles to be flung at students for even the smallest infractions. He used us for target practice. Stare out the window, an eraser would bounce off your head. Caught whispering to your neighbor, a ruler would whiz past your cheek. What's that in your mouth? Gum? In my class? Better duck, because here comes a stapler.
I had a teacher who threw stuff.
You did?
Yeah. And I don't think that could ever happen today.
No.
Never, right?
No way.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't like a kid, just grab a stapler and throw it at him? That would not happen today.
Never.
No. You would be arrested.
Yeah.
These guys, they didn't care.
Yeah.
They were angry men.
Not inspiring you.
No, not inspiring. Just throwing stuff at you. But we were mean, too. We had to be mean back. So it created this whole atmosphere of anger.
Yeah.
We had one teacher who was smaller than the children.
Really?
Yeah, he was really short.
Wow.
And he was mean.
Wow.
He used to, like, hip check you and
Really?
punch you and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, kids must have said awful things about him.
Well, his name was Mr. Mano. So, to get him back, they came up with a song about him. Would you like to hear it?
Paul Morrissey just said that, by the way.
What's that?
What's that?
Paul Morrissey said, "Sing the Mr. Mano song."
Sing
Oh,
the Mr. Mano
he knew.
song.
Oh,
Paul
okay.
Morrissey's heard the song.
I guess you have to.
He was really little and mean, so they came up with a song about him. And one time they actually did it over the PA system.
Wow.
Some kids got into
Wow.
the thing and flipped on the
No
switch.
way.
Yeah, while he was in the hallway in between classes. And he got so mad I saw him jumping up trying to see who it was.
Oh, no.
He got his feet cut off in Vietnam, can't even reach the intercom. And then everyone else would go, "Mano, Mano!" They would sing it all the time.
Oh,
Because you
man.
couldn't see who was singing because he was in the crowd.
Kids are brutal.
Yeah, well, we were getting back at him.
Yeah,
We wouldn't have
he was
sung that
weak.
song about him if he was nice to us and teaching us good things.
I
He was
guess
throwing
so.
staplers at us.
Yeah. Oh, he was the thrower?
They all threw stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mano, Mano!
That's funny. I didn't know that question would have that kind of reaction from you.
Yeah. All right, what time is it? I guess we should wrap it up, should we? Yeah? All
Okay.
right. We've got to say goodbye. Thank you for buying books. Thank you for giving us all this activity. This is very exciting. It's so cool to know that these are going to be in people's homes.
Yes, it's very exciting. I am so excited that you have a book. My friend has a book, and it's
Yeah.
so funny.
If your friends weren't able to check it out, then to check out this live thing, tell them that the link is still up.
Oh, yeah. The link's still up. TomPapaBook.com is the link. And
Right.
It's still up.
Can they share it? Can
I
they
would-
share the link
I
with their
would
friends?
think you could share it any way you share things.
All right. Well, then let me blow up my nose and we'll
Yes.
get out of here.
All right, I can't wait.
So this was a trick that I just learned that I could do.
Really?
I feel like I should do it to you first, maybe, and then to the camera.
Okay, let's see.
You tell me if it really works.
Let's see if this plays. I can't believe I've never seen that. Yeah, I think you have to do it.
It's a hidden talent of mine. I just pop my ears. I'll do it one more time. This is a thank you to all of you for buying books. I can blow up my nose. Good night, everybody. Thank you so
Papa.
much.
Thank
you for
you.
buying my book. You guys are the best. And go to tompapa.com and look for where I'm coming. I might be coming near you if you get one of the books and you want me to draw Mr. Butters on it. We can meet up then. Thank you all.